With this update from the Rural Radio Network Market Desk, I'm Bryce Doeschot. Well, it's a historic moment for the cattle industry. About a week ago, USDA released the latest inventory report, which shows the U.S. cattle herd is now at its lowest level on record. We've got tight supplies and heifer retention still uncertain, and producers continue to look for clues about where this cattle market is going. Joining us now is Derrell Peel. He's an extension livestock marketing specialist with Oklahoma State University. Derrell, let's start with a headline number. The July 1st cattle inventory is the lowest ever recorded, down just over 94 million head. From your perspective, how significant is this moment?
Well, the main thing is that it continues what we've been seeing develop here. The January report showed that. We were still at a low, cyclical low. This July report, of course, the July report only goes back to about 1973, and it is the smallest inventory of both beef cows and beef replacement heifers. So, if you look at it, it certainly says that nothing has really changed here. We apparently are not in the process of rebuilding, at least not very much at this point. So we're going to continue to see the conditions that we've been following develop even further as we go on.
Derrell, let's talk about the cattle on feed report. We also saw placements into feedlots come in just at 92% compared to last year. That's the lowest in 16 years. What does that tell us about cattle supplies headed into the fall and winter?
Well, a couple things. The monthly cattle on feed placements were down about 8%. That was more than expected, so a little bit of a surprise there. Positively for the industry, marketings were about as expected, but the on-feed total then comes in a little bit smaller than expected. It was down about 1.6%. So, for the last 8 consecutive months, this makes the 8th consecutive month that we've seen the cattle inventory decline. So, we've been sort of looking for this, at least I have, for up to a couple of years, and it's finally with us now, where I think the reality of tight feeder cattle supplies out in the country is showing up with these reduced feedlot supplies.
Joining us today, Derrell Peel with Oklahoma State University. That's today's Rural Radio Network Ag Market Update. I'm Bryce Doeschot reporting.